Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Roundup on this late Thursday night, March 10th, 2069. Beat the Wiggins here. Let's start you off out at the Tea Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, where the Boston Bruins, fresh off some Florida trip, resulted in an overtime victory, squared off against the Carolina Hurricanes at the Garden. And in the first period, the Carolina Hurricanes got on the board first. On a goal by Elias Lindholm at 5:06 in the first period. A power play goal assist from Nona Hannafin and Riley Nash was 1-0 favor of the Hurricanes, but then at 5:13 in the second period. Lloyd Erickson, a power play goal, 25th goal, season assist from 3 Spurgeon, 33rd assist, and 3 Quick, 31st assist was tied at 1 apiece. But then at 8:34, David Gerby gets the goal with an assist from Chris Terry and Riley Nash was 2-1 in favor of the Hurricanes. And then at 5:54, David Pastrnak gets the 10th goal, season assist from David Krejci, 37 assists. 2-2 the score through 3 periods end. In the overtime, where the Bruins didn't perform their overtime magic like they did as a Florida Tampa Bay, as Phil Giuseppe and a 5th goal with assist from Jeff Skinner and Nora Hadford as the Boston Bruins, despite the loss to the Hurricanes 3-2, get a point and now sole possession of first place with 84 points as the Boston Bruins fall to the Carolina Hurricanes. 3-2 is now they're 38, 23, and 8 in the season as Tuukka Rask got 19 saves in the loss, while Cameron got 26 saves. Next up for the Boston Bruins, they will be at the Garden on Saturday afternoon at 1 for a date with the New York Islanders. Okay, let's take a look at some other NHL scores on this late Thursday night. 10:05 left in the third period. Montreal Canadiens and the Buffalo Sabres are tied at 2. 2:45 left in the third, with Detroit Red Wings leading the Winnipeg Jets 3-2. 5:46 left in the third. Florida Panthers are leading the Ottawa Senators 6-2. Minnesota Wild and Edmonton Oilers are tied at 1 with 16:29 left in the third. And New Jersey Devils and the San Jose Sharks get underway about 10:30 p.m. now in San Jose, which is 7:30 p.m. their time. Okay, look at some NBA scores on this late Thursday night. Toronto Raptors over the Atlanta Hawks, 104-96. 8-7 left in the fourth. It's the San Antonio Spurs leading the Chicago Bulls, 90-84. Denver Nuggets are leading the Phoenix Suns, 53-38 with 2:03 left in the second quarter. And the Los Angeles Lakers and the Cleveland Cavaliers square off at 10:30 p.m., which is 7:30 p.m. their time. All right, let's look at some Major League Baseball scores. Atlanta Braves over the Miami Marlins, 5-2. Detroit Tigers and the Philadelphia Phillies, 6-6 to the score. Boston Red Sox lose to the Minnesota Twins, 8-2. New York Yankees, Baltimore Orioles tied at 4. Tampa Bay Rays over the Pittsburgh Pirates, 5-1. Toronto Blue Jays over the New York Yankees, 11-4. New York Mets over the St. Louis Cardinals, 7-2. Chicago White Sox over the Texas Rangers, 8-2. Kansas City Royals over the Chicago White Sox, 9-2. Los Angeles Dodgers over the Oakland Athletics, 8-3. Cleveland Indians over the San Diego Padres, 9-4. San Francisco Giants over the Milwaukee Brewers, 3-1. Here's a Diamondbacks defeat the Los Angeles Angels, 5-3. Seattle Mariners over the Chicago Cubs, 10-8. Cincinnati Reds over the Colorado Rockies, 5-4. And the Houston Astros over the Washington Nationals, 4-3. Okay, let's take a look at some college basketball scores here on this late Thursday night. And tournaments are popping up with teams fighting for the NCAA tournament bids. Okay, in the Sun Belt Conference Men's Championship first round, Georgia State leading Texas State 46-44 with 8:38 left in the second half. 7:23 left in the second half. It's been 41. 7 State 38. In the MEC Men's Tournament Quarterfinal, in the Big Sky Men's Championship Quarterfinal, that's Montana 62, Sacramento State 40 with 4:20 left in the second half. 9:37 left in the second half. It's San Francisco State 47, that's Nicholls State 41, it's Southland Men's Tournament second round. In Big West Conference Men's Tournament Quarterfinal, it's UC Irvine 38, it's Cal Poly 36. In the MAC Men's Tournament Quarterfinal, it's Buffalo 37, Miami Ohio 31 at halftime. At halftime, in the Mountain West Men's Championship Quarterfinal, it's Fresno State 40, it's ULV 35. Halftime Atlantic 10 Men's Championship second round, it's Davidson 42, LaSalle 30. Pac-12 Men's Tournament, Utah 41, USC 33. 53 second first half, it's Nebraska 26, Wisconsin 21, the Big Ten Men's Tournament. It is St. Paul 21, Creighton 15 in the Big East Men's Championship Quarterfinal. SWC Men's Tournament Quarterfinal, that's 7:39, Alabama State 23. Marshall 36, UTEP 35, with 3:57 left in the first half, and then CUSA Men's Championship. New York Life ACC Men's Tournament Quarterfinal, it's Miami 29, Virginia Tech 20 with 4:30 left in the first half. 4:54 left in the first half, it's Georgia 31, it's Mississippi State 24, the SEC Men's Tournament second round. And yes, was Oklahoma 27 and Iowa State 24 with 3:18 left in the first half, the Phillips 66 Big 12 Men's Championship Quarterfinal. In the Big 12 Men's Championship Quarterfinal, that's Kansas 85, Kansas State 63. Villanova over Georgetown 81-67 in the Big East Men's Championship Quarterfinal. In the EC Men's Tournament was 72-52. Virginia winners over Georgia Tech. Xavier with a Marquette 90-72 in the Big East Men's Championship Quarterfinal. North Carolina 88, Pittsburgh 71 in the New York Life ACC Men's Tournament. In the Pac-12 Men's Tournament, it was Oregon 83, Washington 77, and in the Big 12 Men's Championship, it's West Virginia 86, TCU 66, Arizona 82, Colorado 78 in the Pac-12 Men's Tournament. And final time, it's Notre Dame 84, Duke 79 in NACC Men's Tournament. Illinois 68, Iowa 66 in the Big 10 Men's Tournament, and the Phillips 66 Big 12 Men's Tournament was Baylor 75, it's Texas 61. Atlanta 10 Men's Championship, it's Richmond 70, it's Fordham 55. Big 10 Men's Tournament overtime, it was Michigan 72, Northwestern 70 in the MAC Men's Tournament. Akron 65, Eastern Michigan 63. SEC Men's Tournament second round, it's Florida 68, it's Arkansas 61, it's Western Kentucky 88, it's UAB 77, it's USA Men's Championship Quarterfinal. In the Big East Men's Championship Quarterfinal, it's Providence 74, Butler 60. Central Michigan losing in Berlin Green 62-59 in MAC Men's Tournament. George Washington 73, St. Louis 65, and Atlanta 10 Men's Championship second round, it's UC Santa Barbara 87, UC Davis 61 in the Big West Men's Tournament Quarterfinal. In Weber State 78, it's Portland State 74, the Big Sky Men's Championship Quarterfinal. In Mountain West Men's Championship Quarterfinal, it's San Jose State 71, it's Utah State 65, it's Jackson State 69, it's Prairie A&M 51 in the SWAC Men's Tournament Quarterfinal. American Men's Championship First Round, it's South Florida 71, it's East Carolina 66. Old Dominion 68, it's Louisiana Tech 652, it's the USA Men's Championship Quarterfinal, it's Tennessee 67, it's Vanderbilt 65, UMKC 80, it's Utah Valley 78 in the WAC Men's Tournament Quarterfinal. Hawaii 75, Class State Fullerton 44 in the Big West Men's Tournament Quarterfinal. In the Mountain West Men's Championship Quarterfinal, it's Nevada 64, New Mexico 62. North Dakota 83, Idaho State 49 in Big Sky Men's Championship Quarterfinal. It's South Alabama 67 and Georgia 761. It's Tulane 65, UCF 63 in the American Men's Championship First Round. MEC Men's Tournament Quarterfinal, it's South Dakota State 90, it's Coppin State 80. Houston Baptist 73, it's Massachusetts. It's Southeast Louisiana 68, it's Southland Men's Tournament Second Round. It's Massachusetts 67, it's Rhode Island 62, Atlanta 10 Men's Championship Second Round. It's Big 10 Men's Tournament Second Round. It's Ohio State 79, it's Penn State 75. Ohio 79, it's Northern Illinois 62 in MAC Men's Tournament. In ACC Men's Tournament, it's Alabama 81, it's Lone Miss 73. Middle Tennessee 79, Charlotte 61 in the CUSA Men's Championship Quarterfinal. In the WC Men's Tournament Quarterfinal, it's CSU Bakersfield 79, it's Chicago State 57. Oh, look at some sports news. Memphis Tennessee. Memphis Grizzlies guard Shelmans will miss the rest of the season after rupturing his right Achilles tendon. Memphis waits the veteran to clear up a much-needed spot on the roster. Now that C.J. Anderson is Super Bowl running back, the Miami Dolphins went to give him the ball. A restricted free agent, Anderson signed a 4-year, $18 million offer sheet Thursday with the Dolphins, according to multiple news agents video reports. Paul Marvin Florida, Charles Howard III said a news weapon in the Masters a month away, and the Augusta native played Thursday like he wants to be there. A Yale school investigation over a sexual misconduct against the former men's basketball captain Jack Montague, what led to dismissal from Ivy League, so CNN reported on Thursday, citing an unnamed source. Seattle Seahawks receiver Jermaine Kearse said that just before the start of the period that he didn't plan to stay in Seattle, but sometimes plans change. Bill Kelsey was 12 years old across the Atlantic with his mother in the British Ocean line at the World War II, when attributed and sunk by a German submarine as Bill Kelsey, NHL Scores to prove it, dies. Will Buck Osweiler get a huge payday in Houston and Peyton Manning retire? The Broncos will become just the second team in NFL history to win the Super Bowl gold fall season without their top two quarterbacks since the 2001 Baltimore Ravens. Longtime NBA referee Joey Crawford has planned on handing up his whistle good after the season is 3.5. Those plans, however, have been moved after immediately. He will not be able to return from surgery on his right knee. And already banned at this point in the season, the Milwaukee Bucks just get a little worse with a report from Shams Charania and vertical their guard O.J. Mount after the rest of the season with a leg fracture. Added the San Francisco 49ers. The team's relationship with Cabinet has been rocky for about a year now, with the multiple reports saying what's out in them. They want him out. Sacramento, California. The Sacramento Kings have suspended center Dak Barkhouse for one game for conduct to determine the team. Vale Divac, the Kings vice president of basketball operations, general manager, announced a disciplinary action. All-pro running back Doug Martin staying in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, been signed for 5 years. The top player at his position in the market as Martin will get more than $35 million, $50 million guaranteed. Seattle Seahawks left tackle will visit the New York Giants and the New Lions as Russell Okung, according to Indian reporter of the NFL Network, as Okung may have a slower entry to the market than ever since he couldn't participate in a legal temporary period. According to Buckhouse mentioned a non-factor decision to leave, as he said leaving Denver was the most difficult decision to life, but he did further through his career. Tampa Sports, sometimes this reason where the oldest Chapman baseball's hardest sport confronts the harder to Toronto Blue Jays fierce and battle in order that happens to be different from that on Thursday when the fierce fans and fans. And that's going to be it for Sports 1 minutes late Thursday night, March 10th, 2016. Good night. See you tomorrow night. Good night.